tous, c'est Jean. So today, continue with the mistakes in French. English speakers, because French, looks similar with the English. So sometimes we get confused. It's normal. It's not a problem. We get aware of it and we try to correct our mistakes. And today I'm gonna show you what kind of mistakes you have to pay attention to. Okay. So the first one is the preposition sur or dans. Okay. If you say je suis sur le train, you're not saying what you want to say, because if you say je suis sur le train, it means I'm on the top of the train, which is weird. James Bond could do that, but we don't want to do that. I am on the top of the train. Je suis sur le train. Very on the top, sur. However, you should say je suis dans le train, which is I'm in the train, which might sound a bit strange in English, but in French we say in. Okay. Remember that. Okay. Another one is, when you say your age, a common mistake is to say, like in English, I am 30 years old. I am, je suis. But you cannot say just je suis 22 ans. It doesn't work in French. We use avoir. Okay. I'm saying this because even though it's even though you have been studying French for a while, and I hear some students, they talk to me and they are quite fluent, we have a normal conversation, even though there are some mistakes, even though you studied for a long time. This is hardwired stuff, sometimes it's hard to change that habit because it doesn't make sense. You have been taught that like this your whole childhood, and suddenly you have to change it. So I understand, but it's really important to correct this mistake so that you can move on and you can be confident that your French is better, it's more natural. Okay, so don't say je suis 22 ans, je suis 20 ans. No, you have to say j'ai, I have. Okay, I have. There's a bunch of expressions with I have. Like I am afraid, we say j'ai peur. Okay, so you can check it online. There's a bunch of expressions like this where we say avoir instead of être in French. Not unlike it's unlike English. It's different. Okay. Pleuvoir et pleurer. It's a bit strange. This one is they look similar actually. These verbs. They look similar. Pleuvoir is to rain. Pleurer is to cry. So the main difference here, I think it's like pleuvoir. It rains. It's just impersonal. You cannot rain yourself. Okay. I mean, at least in French, it doesn't make sense. It's normal to mix both. Okay. You have to learn the conjugation. Okay. And repeat. The good thing is that for pleuvoir, to rain, is only conjugated at the third person of singular masculine, which is like the impersonal. Il pleut. So you just remember il pleut. Maybe you can conjugate it at several tenses, like il pleut, il a plu, il va pleuvoir. Okay, and that's it. And the other one is pleurer, or you can conjugate with a lot of persons, like je pleure, tu pleures, il pleure, nous pleurons, vous pleurez, il pleure, and all tenses, of course. Okay, but that's something you have to work on. Suivante, next one. Depuis, pendant. Okay, this also I recorded some episodes about this because it's tricky. It's really tricky. Depuis means since or for, and it's used with a French verb in present tense to talk about an action that happened in the past and continues in the present, and that's why we use the present tense. You have to use present tense if you use depuis. Okay? J'étudie le français depuis 2 ans, or j'habite en France depuis 3 ans. Okay? Pendant, it means for also, but it refers to the entire duration of an action. Okay? You can use any tense with that. Okay? J'ai attendu pendant 1 heure. Okay? J'ai attendu pendant 1 heure. Je vais, another tense, you see, the future. Je vais habiter en France pendant 1 an. Okay? And the other one, which is usually confused with pendant, is pour. Pour. So this is used, this preposition used for a different context, right? But when you express duration, like the time, it's only for future action that you planned, you know. So, nous allons chez moi pour 2 semaines, ou nous partons en vacances pour 2 semaines. It's something that you planned in the future. Okay? That's the difference. It's a durée prévue. C'est une durée prévue. Donc, it's in the future. It doesn't mean that you have to use the future tense when you use it, but it's different than pendant. Okay? Pendant is just the duration of an action. It doesn't mean that you planned it. Okay? Être ou avoir, okay, we saw that with the age, when you say your age before, but it's important. Most composed or compound tenses use avoir, the auxiliary avoir, but reflexive verbs mostly, they are built with être, okay? If the verb is a movement of the subject, not of the object. If the verb is a movement of the subject, you have to use être. For example, il est retourné, ou il est allé, il est parti. Okay, you have this list of verbs, of action, we say, movement or action verbs, but only for the subject. Il est parti. Okay. Il est monté au 2e étage. So it's être, right? Because it's the subject. But if he carried something like a cup or some box, you can say il a monté le carton au 2e étage, and he carried something else. So it doesn't apply here. It's only for the subject. Il a monté something, and il est monté himself. He went upstairs. Okay, this is different. You can check there's a list of verbes de mouvement. I think we call them like this, verbes de mouvement. They are used with être, and maybe it's like 15 verbs. It's not many of them, but they are really used, so you have to memorize them. Ensuite, on a connaître ou savoir. Connaître ou savoir. This is also something I recorded in an episode before. You should listen to the episode, and I think it will help you. But just for the explanation, connaître is to know something that exists, to know that something exists, and to know what it is about. Okay, so you can talk about people, places, and it's never followed by a verb. Okay, never. Connaître, it's never followed by a verb. That's the difference. Okay, and it's never followed by another sentences. Another sentence like using que, qui, où, quand, pourquoi. You cannot say je connais quand c'est la Saint-Valentin or something like this. No, it doesn't work. You have to use a noun. For example, je connais le Louvre. Je connais le Louvre. Or je connais mes voisins. Okay. Savoir is used for facts, things we know deeply, abilities, things, informations we are aware of and we memorized, we learned. Je sais écrire. I know how to write. Je sais skier. I know how to skiing. I know how to I don't know how to say actually this word in English, but Je sais que t'aimes parler français. I know that. I know you like to speak French. You see? We use verbs here. Je sais écrire, je sais parler. It's okay to use a verb. Okay? There's a difference. I think you should listen to the episode of this grammar difficulty. So that's it for today. It's already a lot. Maybe we'll continue next time. So check the list in the description. There's a link you can click. And if you have any question, let me know. I will be happy to answer. Okay? À la prochaine fois.